From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Meteorologist Mike Krueger. As I'm recording this, we're looking at the radar shortly after 11 o'clock here this morning. The main band of rain is beginning to push eastward. The main trajectory of the area of low pressure this morning has been from north to south, kind of working its way southward. We're going to start to see a shift a little bit more to the east, and as it does that, we're going to start seeing more rain to the east of where we've seen most of the rain this morning. So the valley getting caught up in some of the rain, eventually the eastern mountains and into Modoc County as well. The heavier band has kind of pushed through has pushed through Del Norte County and northern Humboldt, but still some heavy rainfall out towards southern Humboldt County into the Garberville area, all pushing eastward the valley, starting to see some of these light showers as well. All right, so take a look at the rainfall totals. This is radar estimated rainfall, and I'm a little bit happier with these numbers and what I'm seeing here with the quote-unquote official numbers. I'm seeing a lot of discrepancies, so I'm not quite sure what to believe. So I believe that at this point, it looks like the radar estimates are looking pretty good. Over a half an inch in most cases. I would be willing to guess that we did see more in southern Humboldt County. Again, places like Garberville, for example. And then pushing eastward, you're seeing less and less rainfall, but those numbers will start to go up as we go through the afternoon and into the evening. So the cool and wet pattern to start the week. That's what we're seeing here this week. Snow levels still fairly high, but low for this time of the year, between 5,000 and 6,000 feet. The Mount Shasta Ski Park has certainly seen some snow, not a ton, but some snow nonetheless. Dry and warmer by midweek with more wet weather next weekend into early next week. Yeah, some more wet weather in the forecast. So, looks really ominous, doesn't it? Look at all that rain. Yeah, well, it's going to take a while for some of us to see that, especially out towards places like Siskiyou County, Modoc County, the eastern mountains, but there could even be a chance for a few isolated thunderstorms in there as well, and I've included that in the forecast. So remember I was talking about that trajectory of that area of low pressure. You see how it's mainly, if you look at just off to the coast of Washington and Oregon, you see that spin of low pressure. It's been mainly moving to the south. We've got to get a little bit more of a push to the east before places to the east begin to see a bit more rainfall. This is the type of situation where the exact location of that low will depend on who sees the most amount of rainfall and who sees the least amount of rainfall and snow in the higher elevations. So around midday, we're still seeing that main band of rain just west of the valley, but the valley is seeing some of the showers. Now, I think Futurecast may be overdoing it on what we're seeing here intensification-wise, so the yellows and oranges indicate some of that moderate to heavy rainfall. And there certainly will be those pockets, but not to the extent that I think we're seeing here. Then that will continue to push to the east this afternoon and evening, and now it's the eastern mountains and Modoc County, Siskiyou County, seeing some of that rain beginning to push on through. And we can clearly see the rotation around the main area of low pressure as it's now, by tonight, mainly to our south-southwest, and then pushes to the east as it's to our south. So you'll notice now the rain is coming in from the east and working its way westward Tuesday morning, and eventually working its way southwestward, depending on where you are. And then, again, those chances for showers will start to continue to increase. The positioning of the low, again, will determine who sees most of the rain and who doesn't. Bottom line, I don't think we're going to see much rain tomorrow for Del Norte and Humboldt counties, but I think everywhere else we'll see some showers. I just think a lot more rainfall than others, especially to the south and east. Then by Wednesday morning, there may be a few lingering showers and snow flurries in the higher elevations before it dries out entirely by Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, I mean, we've still got this wet weather pattern here sticking around. Some of the forecast rainfall totals after today, you can see most of it is actually in the valley in some spots here. I think we could pick up, once all is said and done, at least a half an inch, maybe about a half an inch to an inch at most in some spots here. Also, let's talk about that snow. There still is that winter storm warning through 5 a.m. on Wednesday. It does include the northern Sierra, but also down into the central Sierra as well, working its way south of the Tahoe region. So how much snow can we expect? Well, again, you're going to have to go above 5,000, 6,000 feet before you start seeing any accumulating snow. So a lot of the mountain communities per se aren't going to see much in the way, if any, accumulating snowfall. We have already seen today some snow out at the ski park down to about 5,500 feet. Not a lot of snow. You can see a lot more grass than snow, but there is some snow on there on the ground. And of course, higher up, you can see a little bit more at the ski park. So that tells us that yes, that 5,000 to 6,000 foot range is essentially what we are looking at. And that will eventually have an impact. Now you can see here for the Sierra, there's going to be a bit more snow. We do have higher mountain passes around the Lake Tahoe region and south of that, and that's why we will probably see more chain requirements there, because we do have a lot of mountain passes above 6,000 feet in that area, and there will be snow and most likely chain requirements as well. So, showers, possible thunderstorms this afternoon. Looks really ominous, but overall, you're looking at more in the way of showers, periods of heavy rainfall for some, and maybe a few lightning strikes as well. We'll still see the chance for showers tonight, but places like the North Coast, probably dry tonight. And then you're dry tomorrow as well. And looking at that 7-day outlook, I'm going to start off with the valley here. We've still got the showers in the forecast here as we take you into your Tuesday. And then it dries out for Wednesday and especially Thursday. Warming up too, mid to upper 70s by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then more showers going into the second half of the weekend and early next week. For the coast, most of the rain we're seeing here is this morning. It's starting to taper off through the afternoon and this evening. The same story inland. But for Trinity County, I still think you're going to see a chance for showers tomorrow. Snow level is actually a little bit higher tomorrow, probably around 6,000 feet in Trinity County. And then we're dry and warmer for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday into the first half of the weekend. More showers by Sunday. For Siskiyou County, also seeing that chance for showers. Snow level is a tad higher as well, maybe 6,000 feet. Any snow that we did see up at the ski park will probably melt with some rain on top of that, especially tomorrow. For Modoc County, same story here for Alturas. It looks like snow levels around 6,000 feet. Same story for Susanville, too. Then it dries out entirely by Wednesday through Saturday, with another chance for showers by Sunday. That's your afternoon update. I'll have a more detailed forecast for you with Krueger's Quickcast for those of you in a hurry, and your deeper dive forecast coming up this evening at 6 o'clock. Until then, have yourselves a great rest of your afternoon.